Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective oracle for today, Thursday, July 18th, 2024. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the Talk, or the Tube, or not. Totally up to you. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, please do not make it fit. If some of it fits, yay, I'm excited for you. If some of it does not, please leave it on the table for someone else. Do not take on energy that wasn't meant for you. That would just be a burden, right? Right. Correctamundo. Intuitive City. Did I say a collective oracle or did I say a collective tarot? I'm doing tarot. Collective tarot. I'm going to do a collective oracle next. I promise. One card on the table. Two cards on the table. A lot of cups out here, people. A lot of cups. Dude, that was top of the deck. That is not nice. Three cards on the table. Four cards. Five cards. One major. No reverse. Again, still cups. Cups, cups, cups. Six cards, two major, no reverse. Huh. Okay, we might do one or two more shuffles. I want to see how many cards fall out because 7 cards, 2 major. All right, one more. 8 cards, 2 major. What? What? Oh, come on. 9 cards, 3 major. That would have been a love story. The Emperor card was like 4 from the bottom of the deck. The Chariot, the Moon, the Hangman were all in a row at the top. Oi. We got the 9 of Cups. 2 of Cups. 9 of Swords. Last Judgment. Queen of Cups. The Star. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. I love this card. I do. I love it. And bottom of the deck, the Empress. Okay, don't hate me for saying this because I usually say feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter. And it really doesn't matter. But I'm getting a feminine vibe. I'm just saying. You could be a dude with feminine whatever, but I'm getting a feminine vibe. You take how it resonates. Whoever you are with the 9 of Cups, you are, the card says fulfillment. Definitely fulfilled. Definitely overflowing with abundance. I just heard maturity. So maybe you're a very mature old soul. Join the club, baby. Whoever you are, and again, it doesn't matter, feminine, masculine. Like I said, there's a little squirrel out there looking at me. He's listening to me talk. This reading's for you, buddy. Whoever you are, you know how to fulfill yourself, right? And stop it. And not just sexually. Like, like, you know how to make yourself happy. You know how to keep yourself happy. You very comfortable in your own skin. You're very comfortable being alone, right? Sometimes too comfortable. I beg to differ, sir. I beg to differ. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with being alone, being comfortable being alone, being comfortable with yourself, being fulfilled by yourself. First of all, to me, that's what would make you a great catch to someone else. Because honestly, the fact that I can do that, that's what I'm looking for in another person. And don't get me wrong, I don't expect someone to be perfect. And I've said before, I am not perfect. But the fact that I'm very self sufficient, I know how to work through situations. I know how to, when I get into trouble, like I know how to get myself out of trouble. When good things happen, like woohoo, like let's make it all work. I expect that of someone else. I don't. May come off negative. I don't mean it to be negative, but I don't want to have to take care of another person. I took care of my ex-husband for almost 11 years. And again, I said before, like, I don't blame him. Like, people change, don't change, that's up to them. I knew he wasn't going to change, or at least he wasn't going to change for me. He proved that for almost 11 years. And it's ridiculous of me to expect that. However, where I was at the beginning of our relationship sure as hell was not where I was at the end of our relationship. And while at the beginning of our relationship I was looking for someone to take care of, I was looking to nurture and love and protect. Now I want somebody to give that back to me. But in a way like they can take care, you know what I mean? Like they can take care of themselves. Like I can take care of myself. I don't need a man or a woman to do that for me. I expect to come into union with somebody that is of the same caliber. People complain on dating sites all the time. Well, there's women out there looking for millionaires, but they don't have a dime to their name. Okay, I agree with that. If you're a woman or even a man and you're out there looking for a counterpart that's a millionaire and you're not a millionaire, do you really think that that's your counterpart? If you don't have a job, if you don't have a car, if you don't have a place to live, and you're out there thinking that you should find someone with those things, it's about equality. Like it's like I have a car. I own my own home. I mean, I pay a mortgage, but I own my own home. I own my own car. I pay my bills. I have a full-time job. I do this for fun and will eventually do this for money, I'm assuming. I have other things that I do. I expect someone else to be like that, to have their own car, to have their own home, to have a full-time job, to have hobbies, to do things that they love. And if I'm going to put in the time and the energy and the love into taking care of you, you bet your ass you're going to take care of me. I think I've told this story before. When I was married to the ex-husband, we both got COVID. He got COVID like 2 days before I did. 2 or 3 days maybe. So by the time I got it, he was coming off of it. Now, one of those days I came home early from work to take care of him. And then I'm pretty sure like I flip-flopped the schedule around to where like I was going to take a day off. Well, then I end up sick. I call in. I have to rearrange. I was the boss. I was the manager. So I had to have people come in and work for me so I could be off because I had COVID. No. No. No, I was where I was now, so I was not the boss. But I was able to get the time off for COVID because you're allowed like 5 days. Um, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. The first day I was sick, and he was better. Like, he was out of bed, he was playing video games, watching TV. He got 2 weeks, I think, from his job to stay home. My first day sick, I'm lying in bed, in the guest room, not in our bed, because I was told to go sleep somewhere else. Well, I wasn't told to go sleep somewhere else. I said, you should go sleep in the guest room. I'm going to stay here. He didn't really like that idea. You know, like, it was my job to go sleep in the guest room. So I went and slept in the guest room. And I was lying in bed, shivering, fever, coughing so bad, my lungs hurt, practically urinating on myself. And at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, he comes in the door, he knocked, but then just came in the door. And he says, when are you going to make dinner? Not once did he check up on me. Not once did he come up there and ask me if I needed water, was hungry, nothing. Not once. And we were probably married like 5 years by then. Together 8 by then. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So when I say that I expect someone to put in what I put in, like, seriously. If I'm going to take care of you, you're going to take care of me. Like, couldn't even get common courtesy, honestly, from a spouse. Whoever you are, this is the energy you're putting off. You may not have the same thoughts that I do, the same demands, wants, needs. That's fine. But you are putting off like that energy. Like, you fulfill yourself. Like, you don't need anybody else. God, I ranted for like 5 minutes. With the Two of Cups, so I would say the Queen of Cups came out, the Empress came out, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. This could be like an actual union with another person. Or it could just be something related to business, something related to your life. It could be with another person that's not a lover, like a family member, a friend. You either already have this, are in this, or it's coming. If it's coming, okay, if it's not here yet, whatever it is, whatever that Two of Cups might be, because again, it could be romantic, it could be a relationship, it could be a friend relationship, a family relationship, or it could be something like I said, like a partnership, like a work thing, business, something like that. If it has not come in yet, with the Nine of Swords, You might feel a little anxious about it, a little in your head about it. Kind of makes sense. Like if you were if you're supposed to get into a business partnership and it's delayed for some reason, obviously you would be in the Nine of Swords energy, right? Because you'd be waiting. It's delayed, and you're just kind of like, when's this gonna happen? If it's a relationship, if you're in the relationship and you're expecting like a proposal or some type of commitment, like moving in together or something, you might be in your head about that. Okay. With the Last Judgment, self-evaluation, the card says, I feel like, and I'm not saying that I get down on myself. I'm saying that when things happen, whether if I'm involved in some way or if I'm on the outskirts looking in and something happens, I always self-evaluate, even if it's not even necessary, just because, like, is there any way I could be better, do better, help, not hinder, you know? I think with the Nine of Swords and the Last Judgment too, like if you're in your head about this union, it's always good to reflect and try to keep it as positive as possible. I also feel like too, like even though like I feel like I'm in a pretty good place in life, I always feel like I could reevaluate and see what could be worked on, like what I need to work on. So it's kind of a no-brainer with the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. I said before, you're a very well-rounded person. You fulfill yourself. I feel like with the Star card, other people see this in you. With the Queen of Cups, the emotional wisdom. With the Queen of Pentacles, the practicality. And with the Queen of Wands, the charisma. Like people see that in you and they want that for themselves. The Star card says inspiration. I feel like you probably inspire people even if you don't know it. And even if you do, no pun intended, you're humble about it. Um, if you're like me, you might even feel like, oh, I'm just a human. My story's, it's just like everybody else's. Um, yes and no, right? Or you could be the exact opposite of me, and like you're like, oh, my story, like, there's nothing wrong with that either. I mean, I don't think I worded that right because I talk about my story all the time, but I never correlate it to like inspiration because I'm one that always I'm one that always looks at others, but like in a positive way. So I'm always looking for people to inspire me to be better, do better. And I guess if that shows, I guess it would naturally inspire someone else. But I don't think about that part. Like to me, the most important for me is for me to be inspired. And not like selfishly, but like because I feel like the more I can improve upon myself, the better I'm going to be for the world, for the collective, right? As we all would be. If you're a woman, okay, if you're a woman, um, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress here, you could have kids. You might be raising kids on your own. Like I said, if you're a woman. And kind of like with the Star of the Inspiration, but like I'm looking at the Queen of Wands. I'm looking at the Queen of Wands, and I'm getting that some of you are the whole package, and you know it. Congratulations. I think that's awesome. Some of you are the whole package, and you don't know it. Like, you downplay it. I mean, no, there's no right or wrong there, but I think if you're the person that downplays it, I don't think you realize how attractive you are. And I'm gonna say, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be looks, but even if you wouldn't consider yourself like gorgeous or beautiful, like there's still something that attracts. There's still something like unique about you, eye catching. And if you are fucking sexy as hell and gorgeous and whatever, fabulous. Fabulous. You also might, too. It's kind of funny because I'm looking at the dresses that these women are wearing on these cards. Like kind of a fancier dress, kind of like a homey type dress, and then kind of like a, ooh, I'm out on the town kind of dress. Whoever you are, male, female, it doesn't matter. I feel like you have your own style, and you don't really give a shit what anybody thinks about it. Like, you wear what you want to wear and fuck everybody else. But I think that's part of what makes you attractive. Is the, I don't want to say careless attitude, but careless attitude. Like, you're like, this is me. You either take it or you don't. Baby. There's nothing wrong with that either. People should like you for who you are. If you dress crazy, if you dress sexy, if you dress plain, I feel like either way, like, people notice. It's kind of funny, actually. When I went to Rib Fest last Saturday with my friend, I wore like a little sundress. Pardon me, I got the burp. What's with the burp? Like a little sundress, blue with like white, pink flowers on there, green stems, like a bigger pattern, not like a little pattern, like a bigger pattern. I wore black leggings, which I pretty much wear all the time because I wear them for work, like capri leggings. And then I wore I call them my boat shoes. They're kind of like boat shoes. And they're like a faded green, kind of almost look gray. And then I had my hair up, and then I had one of my fake bandanas that goes around my head. And my dress, like, it covered up my tattoo. Like, the straps were thick on my shoulders, came, like, all the way down. My arms were bare. I found quite a few people looking at me, and I'm thinking, like, what? Like, what? Like, there are women walking around with their ass cheeks hanging out of their shorts. Are you gonna look at that? Because I was like, why are people looking at me? But it's funny because when I dressed like that and I wore that outfit, when I tell you I've never worn an outfit like that before, I can't. And when I wear dresses, I usually wear long dresses and I just wear a dress. I mean, I might wear shorts underneath so I don't chafe, but I just wear the dress. So for me to do this, it was very much kind of like a 90s look, if you remember that. I didn't dress like that in the 90s. I wore jeans and a t-shirt all the time. I wore this. It was very different for me. And people were looking and I was just like, well, whatever. Like either you like it or you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I liked it. I thought I looked good. But and I'm kind of one of those people, like, I just really don't give a shit if you don't like what I'm wearing, because I usually dress for comfort. Just saying. I'm 44 years old. I dress for comfort. With the Empress, you're not just a very smart person, you're a very sweet person. Male, female, doesn't matter. You can read this as the Emperor. Very sweet person, very giving, caring. The card says nurturing soul. I feel like you are. And if you don't have children, you might have some pets, okay? Like one or two pets, like maybe like two dogs or two cats, or I just heard bunny. Somebody has a bunny maybe. I always wanted a bunny, but I feel like they're too hard to take care of. I feel like my bunny would die right away. Sometimes I don't know how the cats survived. I'm just being honest. It's so funny too because I feel like if this Two of Cups is something, okay, if it's not a relationship, if it's something like a business or a work partnership, or you're changing jobs, or I mean, really, it could be anything that's not related to, relationships. I feel like you're so set, like on your life path, like you got it all figured out, like I said, you know how to work with the good and the bad, like this little bit of Nine of Swords over the Two of Cups, like to me, like it shouldn't even be an issue. Like you shouldn't even be thinking about it. Like whoever you are in a very stable place. And even if, like I said, you find yourself like having a little bit of trouble, right? Like maybe you take on a little bit of debt, or maybe like you're something breaks down. I don't want to name names because I don't want it to happen. But something breaks down, or like the latch in your window falls off and you can't close your window all the way. Like if something weird happens, I feel like you have the idea to fix it like that. Like your turnaround on solutions for yourself is like bar none. Like, well, like you could even like have an issue and come up with a solution, and then a day later be like, this solution is even better. Like, let me go back and rework this and do this. I feel like you have a very analytical mind. Some people might underestimate that about you. You're very much a thinker, even though, again, some people would probably look at you and be like, well, she doesn't or he doesn't have a brain. No, 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 no. They do. They have a brain. A fabulous one. And it's kind of funny, too. Like, the first thing I thought of with the Nine of Cups, like, this is the older woman, right? It says fulfillment, Nine of Cups. This is the older woman. You have or you are or you're continuing to set yourself up to just continuously ride the wave of life. Like you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be I just wanted to say great, like the tiger from the Frosted Flakes. But you are, whoever you are, like you've set yourself up for your future, like way ahead. Way ahead. It's kind of funny because I was talking to a friend at work about 401ks and stuff. Her husband is probably going to start with a new company. And I said, oh, I said, so he can contribute to 401k because he was unable to do that before. And she's like, oh, she's like, I don't think they do a 401k. She's like, but he would get a pension. And I was like, ooh, a pension? Pension. And it got me thinking, like, about myself. Like, I literally got on my phone at lunch and I was looking through my 401k and my investments and stuff and just juggling thoughts in my head and ideas in my head and stuff. But I feel like whoever you are, you very much are in tune with those types of things, right? Like saving money, 401k, things like that, like to set yourself up for the future, paying off your debt, like if you own a home, paying off your home sooner, or buying a car for cash, or you know what I mean? Like you think about things like that, like things that would save you time and money in the future. I'm just gonna say too with the Last Judgment, don't be too hard on yourself or anything. I've been saying this a lot lately. I feel like people tend to be their worst critic. You know, people joke around about that, but I think it is true. I think that's why in today's society we have a lot of mental issues. Um, Me as well. I feel like I myself am very critical of myself. I feel like people, and maybe that's why I keep saying it because I need to do it myself. But I feel like people need to leave space for themselves. Like they forget themselves. Don't forget yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Have care for you. Have care for your mind and your heart and your body. All right? I just felt the need to say that one more time. I'm gonna let this stand as it is. Very good reading. A lot of positivity. A little blip of whatever you got going on there. Just in your head stuff, you know. I mean, we all do that. I mean, I do that, you know. Like I'll think of something and I'll just be, like think about it like all day long, and then I'm like, why am I thinking about it? I can't change it. I can't do anything about it. I do it anyway. I hope it resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if anything you found it entertaining. And next up is the Oracle. I hope everybody has a great night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.